Welcome to the Podcast for NXT August 5th. It's your boy Ron T, the Icon. I'm back.
Finally, it's your boy AB from DET.
And it seems like they heard our cries and our complaints from the last couple weeks of NXT because they gave us a solid NXT today.
Did they?
Yeah, they gave us a solid one. A solid one. I didn't say it was great. I didn't say it was astronomical. I just said it was solid.
You said it was solid. I'm taking you for your word. All right, let's get into it.
And we kick off with Blake Monroe versus Kalani Jordan. And these two ladies put on an absolute banger of a match until Jordan Grace's music hit and she comes out wearing a neck brace. And Blake Monroe takes off, runs through the crowd, through the back door, hops in a truck in the back, and they pull off before Jordan Grace can get her hands on her. And then the ref counts her out, and Kalani Jordan gets the win. But there was this one spot in this match where Kalani Jordan jumped off the top rope, and Blake hit her with this mean headbutt, followed up with this knee to the jaw. It looks like she got her for real. But Kalani kicked out, and that's when Jordan's music hit. But before that, man, this match was they was putting on a banger. What did you think of this match before the interruption?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Kalani Jordan, so I was excited to see her versus Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe's coming together. You know, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm just so AEW stained when it comes to her. I'm having a hard time resetting and looking at this as like a different character.
Yeah.
You know, because there's some things that I don't think necessarily would have been done in AEW with her character that's kind of making her look lesser than, but I'm giving it chance. I'm letting it grow. The mirror on the wall entrance. Okay, you can let that go. I'm not too much of a fan of that right there, you know, but hey, I'm liking everything they're doing with her and Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace, she's to that point where she needs like some type of formidable foe. And I think her and Blake Monroe, they're so opposite. That could be a good story. Let's just not drag it on long. Let's get to it, get to the payoff, whatever happens from it. Let's make it good.
Yeah, I agree. And same thing though, man. I'm just like I had to reset and look at her as a completely different character. This is not what we saw in AEW. This is a completely different character, and I'm interested to see what they do with her as well. But I'm just hoping they don't go the way as they did with Ricky, which we might see something from him that was a glimpse of what we used to like back in AEW. But we'll see what that comes on in a couple weeks, I believe.
Shout out Gambit 313 and Tony Rome over on Instagram.
What up, though? And up next, we had a tag match with Kel Dixon and Uriah Connors of the new Chase University versus Hank and Tank for the NXT tag titles. And Dixon and Connors had a really good start. They started off strong, but the experience and the power of Hank and Tank was too much. Hank and Tank attempted to finish off Dixon at one point, and something happened. He accidentally got his shoulder up. But what I liked is that Hank and Tank followed right back up. They threw Connors out of the ring and hit Dixon with their finisher again for the 3 count, which it made Dixon look a little bit strong, make him look like he got his shoulder up. It helped him out, even though, it was probably a mistake. But then after the match, Dark State comes out and attacks all 4 of them, beating them all down and standing tall as they all lay out. But what did you think of this match between the new Chase University versus Hank and Tank?
Yeah, I thought this was dope, man. But I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You know me and how I feel about Chase U. I don't like him. I never liked anything about him, and there was a dark spirit in me during this match that was praying Dark State would come out and wreck them. So when they did, I thought my prayers were answered. But my boys, Hank and Tank, they were in there and they caught some strays. I didn't want Hank. I like Hank and Tank. I didn't want them to catch the beat down, but they had. See, this is why when your enemy's in a building, you control your rage. Don't destroy the building. Your friends might be in it. Just like that happened. Hank and Tank caught the beat down on accident, but it was a great segment. Everybody shined. I enjoyed this. This was a decent match.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, with the new with Chase University, you got Kale and Uriah. You know, they're fairly new. They got to actually show a little bit of strength too, so that was good for them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Then backstage, we get a segment where Ash by Elegance sends her butler to tell JC Jane that this will be her last week as TNA Knockouts champion. And then we get more tension between Fatal Influence as JC Jane sends titles, and this was prompted by the nosy Laney Reed, always putting her nose in everybody's business. I don't know if she's trying to be the third member or a new member of Fatal Influence, what's going on there, but she just be putting her nose in everybody's business. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know either, man, but it wouldn't be a bad thing to be a part of that group right now.
Yeah, definitely. I also found out something kind of funny that their entrance music was somebody else's voices on the entrance music that just put their vocals up just for everybody to use. And somebody brought it to her attention, like, "Hey, did you know that your voice is on a entrance music for WWE?" So that got to be wild. But shout out to that person that has just put their vocals out there for free. I don't know if you should. Don't do that, people. Don't
Don't
put
do
your
that.
don't put your vocals out there for free.
Don't do it.
But coming up next, we have Miles Bourne versus Lexis King, and this was actually a really good match too. But Lexis King pulls a Chris Jericho and loses the pants. He comes out wearing briefs. I was like, "What is this?" He was wearing pants last time. Now he's wearing briefs. That's a Chris Jericho move. But he spent most of the match trying to prove that Miles could hear them, which led him to target his ears by stumping his head on the steel steps, right on the ears. But at one point in the match too, the crowd had me rolling. They were chanting "Baby Randy MKO" like throughout
Yeah,
the
right.
match. But Miles returns the favor, gives King a knee to the ear, and finish him off with his move called the Born Again. It's basically the zigzag, but he calls it the Born Again. Gets the win. I actually thought this was a pretty good match too, and I like seeing the vicious side of Lexis King. What about you?
Definitely, definitely. I enjoy everything about Lex King. You're never gonna hear me complain about him, but I want to take this time to really bring light to Miles Bourne, man. I really appreciate his character development. When he came in, I was all about the RKO jokes, the
Mm-hmm.
Randy jokes, the wannabe Viper, all that stuff. But he's shifting. Not quite there, but if they could really make some adjustments with his ring gear and maybe his hair, stray him even further away, he
Mm-hmm.
got potential. And I don't want this to come off disrespectful or rude in no way. But he deaf, his speech is off, but his promos are better than people who can actually speak and hear perfectly. That is a
Yeah,
compliment to that man. He got true potential.
yeah, he definitely does. I agree. And after that, we get we get a promo backstage from Dark State, and they were on fire. Everybody got a chance to talk. It was going well. They said that they're not done yet, and then Cutler James has a pause moment where he, he says he says that all up in there until it's uncomfortable. They all I'm like, yo. We
Bruh.
had the crowd was like, hey, yo.
Well, that was the
So
biggest no Diddy
I
moment ever right there. Like, bruh, and you know what? I don't know if you saw that meme where it'd be like, oh, here's everybody, and there's Brian or
yeah.
Paul or whatever. That was that moment. Like, who invited you, bro? Like, why?
So we were talking about each one of Dark State needed to have their own personality. So I'm wondering, are they about to make Cutler James like a monster in the ring? But his promos, he say stuff like I don't know where this
I
is
don't
going.
know,
Like it
man.
caught the crowd off guard. So I don't know. We might want to shift from that,
Definitely.
right? But then after that, we get this next match was a surprise. It was Nia Jax versus Thea Hell, and Thea she did she did she did the best she could.
She
This
did.
was
She did.
basically, yeah, she was resilient as she always is, but this was basically a prolonged squash match, no pun intended, as Nia Jax wins with the Annihilator and literally squashes Thea Hell in the corner for the 3 count. But yeah, she did. She held her own for her little self against Nia Jax. I knew she wasn't gonna win, but she did good. Yep.
Man, the
Then
funny quick
you said
quick little side note. Shout out Soto619. He in the chat. So we just exchanged numbers and he texted me. I saw the 619 area code. I'm like, who is this? He like he like this Oscar Gutierrez. I didn't know who the fuck that was. So I go Google it. It's Rey Mysterio. What the hell, Soto?
yeah, Oscar Gutierrez is
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? But shout out Tri-State Mania as well over there on Instagram. Yes, subscribe to those guys, man. Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. But he said after this, he had Nia Jax address Lash Legend, and she's interrupted by Lash as she comes out, and they brawl in the ring, and they're separated by officials. And this is a repeat of Sheamus and what they just did with Sheamus and what's his name?
Rusev?
Rusev. Yeah, they Sheamus and Rusev, because as you'll see throughout NXT, they were backstage brawling. So after this, they separated the fight. Then he goes back to Ava telling Jordan at Heat Wave it will be her versus Blake Monroe. So they're getting that match. And then Oba comes out to address the NXT crowd. And it was a lot that happened here. Oba came out and he basically said what we've been saying for the last couple months is that there is nobody next up in the men's division and it's looking really bleak. And as he said that, Trick Williams, the only other person, as we said, that could probably face Oba, comes out and tells him that he's going to be one to take the title. And then, of course, Javon Evans comes out. When Javon Evans comes out to tell him he doesn't deserve it, Moose's music hits, which I was completely, I didn't see this one coming.
I
So Moose
didn't.
comes out, tells him, hey, Trick, in 10 days, I'm going to be known for whipping that trick, and I'm taking that title. Then the lights go out again, and Dark State comes out to attack all of them, but all 4 of them make short work of Dark State, throw them out the ring, and they all stand tall, all 4 of them, and Dark State on the outside. What did you what did you think about Oba was speaking some truth?
Yeah, Oba definitely was speaking some truth. Sorry, man. Trying to get this. Okay, anyway. Yeah, sorry. Oba was
Yeah.
definitely speaking some truth. 1000%. I love this segment. Now look, I do not want this statement to come off racist, like everything's racist. It's not racist what I'm about to say, but let me tell you a fact. Today on NXT, there were 4 black men in the ring, legitimately making claims for the heavyweight title, and it all seemed real. It was all story told perfectly. It can be done. Now, I'm not saying Triple H is racist, but he don't understand the culture. We should start making the discussion. Should Triple H step down from the main roster and let HBK take over? I'm just saying. The guy knows what he's doing when it comes to booking black men. Look at what we just saw here in the ring.
Yeah.
They are the top 4 contenders for the title, and they are black men. I ain't talking about the Obama type black men. I'm talking fresh off the boat niggas. You know what I mean? Not my skin, more like Ryan T.
He said
black. Yeah. So yeah, this is dope. Love it. More of it. Can't complain.
I think if he need to step down, but he definitely needs to take more input. He definitely needs to take more input.
Man. Did you see
into
Unreal? That Unreal documentary?
I didn't.
There was no black man in that room, really.
Yeah, when we do watch it, I'm pretty sure we'll have a discussion. Probably on Patreon. No, not Patreon, but we'll have it under the subscription thing where we have a discussion about
on TikTok. Yeah, let's do it there.
So yeah, we'll have a discussion with that, and we'll have some other stuff coming too. So be prepared. But also happened after we had this segment with with Moose, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Oba Femi backstage again. Lash Legend and Nia Jax continue to fight. And then they get to Ren Sinclair, and this was the other part that made me laugh. We get Ren Sinclair back there talking to Charlie Dempsey, who seems to be kind of bummed out that it's just him and Ren now. And he said he's trained Charlie, he trained Tavion Heights, and he trained Miles Bourne too well that they're off on their own now. And she said, you know what I do? Whenever I feel down, I just sing this song. She said, say his name and
Oh
he'll
God.
appear.
Why?
I believe in Joe Hendry. And of course, Joe Hendry appears out of a refrigerator. And
You really
that's the
did
part.
that. You
Yeah,
really did that.
that's
Wow.
the part that actually made me laugh out loud because he popped up out of a refrigerator. But he tried to cheer up Charlie Dempsey as well. Didn't work out, but it looks like they will be having a match next week. But you gotta admit it, hey, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was funny. I ain't gonna lie, man. I may not be the
All right,
biggest. I may not be the biggest. What's his name? Joe Hendry fan, but yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's playing his role, doing a damn thing. Shout out Tri-State Mania again, man. I see you. That was definitely a banger.
oh, he's talking about the four guys in the ring. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Christopher
And
Justice, also my bad, bro. Christopher Justice saying yeet. Yeet is popular on all shows. It's a universal language.
yeah, yeet. After that, we get another match. We get Inamura versus Stacks. And this one was actually a pretty good match as well. Inamura had control of the match until Ariana Grace came down and yells at him and slaps him in the face. While the ref was distracted and trying to get her to leave, we had Briggs came and took Inamura out. Stacks takes advantage and pins him for the win, and they all stand around smiling. So we might be having a little alliance between the three of them. So we'll see what happens with that. But this match, like Stacks on his own, what do you think, man?
Hey man, it was dope, man. It was dope, man. But on another note, Ariana Grande or Ariana
Ariana
Grande,
Grace
whatever her name is, she was looking amazing. I'll just throw that out there, you know.
with
Hey,
the red and stuff. Yeah, it was
yeah, no, hey, so yeah, definitely. I like this segment. Stories being told, man. Let's
yeah.
link them up, you know.
And we get to see a little bit of Stacks and Ariana together, and a
Yeah,
little bit of heel Ariana. So
I
I'm
like it.
liking this.
I like it. Anybody of her father, Santino, his bloodline, it has entertainment in it. So anything Ariana got going on, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and maybe we get to see like I said with the heel side, and it's not all jokey jokes. So I'm excited to see that as well.
Definitely.
And next up, this segment was actually really good as well, man. We had Ethan Page come out to address the NXT crowd, saying he is the greatest North American alive to hold that title. And he starts to sing the Canadian national anthem, and Tavion Heights comes out to interrupt him. And coming out to interrupt him was Chelsea Green and the Secret Service, and they come out to saying that he is second best North American because first, and yeah, they just played on that whole Canadian versus USA thing. It was kind of funny, but in the end of it, Tavion Heights punches Ethan in the face and says that he'll find a woman to take out Chelsea Green. So it looks like we're going to end up having a mixed tag match with his mystery partner and Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. So anytime you get Chelsea Green on TV, I'm all for it.
Definitely, man. Chelsea know what she doing, man. She could bounce around to any brand, any show. She's just a consummate pro, whatever the word is, a
A
pro.
constant pro, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she is. She's a pro's pro, you know. But yeah, I love this segment. No complaints.
Yep. And then we get more dissension with Fatal Influence comes back and says she got both a tag match next week and refers to Fallon as JC's sidekick. And it turns out it's going to be Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice next week in a tag match versus JC Jane and Fallon Henley. It's trouble going on in Fatal Influence. It's just small little nitpicks and stuff. I don't know if this means that Jasmine is going to turn on them or what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens with that. What do you think?
I'm all for it, man. They it served its purpose. The group was formed. Two champions came from it. Mission accomplished. We can
Yeah,
move on.
and then as long as you have Jasmine, re-raise Jasmine up by the end of it at some point, then you did your
She
job.
could be maybe the one to take it off JC. You never know.
Yeah. So,
Which if the story's told right.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that or at least what if she takes the knockout championship? That'll be funny.
Ah, yeah, that would.
Yeah, then have her over there in TNA. So that might be better off for her as well.
Yep.
Then next up, we are getting as far as from what Ava says. Next week, we are getting Nia Jax versus Last Legend, and then we're getting Moose, Oba, Javon, and Trick versus Dark State next week. So next week might be a good NXT as well. But then we get the breakout performance of the night, which was the main event: Tatum Paxley versus Sol Ruka for the women's North American Championship. And this match was fire, man. As we said, week in and week out, Tatum Paxley should be in this championship picture. She earned her way. It was like a back and forth, a bunch of kickouts, high flying moves. Um, Tatum hit Sol Ruka with his uh top rope off the top rope with this like cutter neck breaker thing, and it looks like she was gonna probably set up for the win. And then Lash and Nia Jax came fighting out to the ring, and as Lash spears Nia through the barricade, Tatum Paxley was distracted in the corner watching everything go down, and she was hit with the Soul Snatcher for the win. Sol Ruka retains, and but this match, man, was absolutely fire from beginning to end, and even the surprise the Soul Snatcher gets me every time. You never see it coming. But what did you think of this match, and what do you think of Tatum Paxley? You think she should be the one to finally get this title off of Sol Ruka?
Yeah, definitely. But I also in this match noticed that these are the top two baby faces in NXT, hands down. Hands
Yeah,
down, and they went at it today. So I don't necessarily like baby faces going against each other. By Tatum Paxley being affiliated with the Cullen is still some heelish tactics that they're trying to put in her ear. But we all love Tatum. Come on,
yeah.
man. We
That
can't
whole
boo.
the crowd
Yeah,
was cheering for both of them. It was great. They was
exactly. So that's one thing I don't like about it. I don't want to have to boo one of them. I like them both, but they're gonna put me in that position. And if I had to, give me Soul Ruka. I don't like creepy shit.
yeah.
You know. Yeah, I like Tatum, but I
But that
I
was
take a
the
hot
end. Yeah,
a hot beach blonde over it or that any day.
all right, but that was the end of NXT. It ends with Sol Ruka and Zarya standing in the ring. Sol Ruka holding up both of her titles, the Speed and the Women's North American Championship. And we get Tatum Paxley when the Colling standing outside, and Lash Legend and Nia Jax laid out on the outside of the ring. So we set up for some really good matches, man. I'm actually really excited for
Yeah.
Lash versus Nia Jax, like an official match. So I can't wait to see that next week. But on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving
Before I
NXT?
give my scale of 1 to 10 from NXT 1 to 10, I'm gonna give a 10 to JB. If you guys aren't following him at JB in the chat right now, that guy is incredible. Sometimes I'm having a bad day, just not so good. Spirit might not be high. And I come across JD's content with him dancing, his heart free, music blasting, just busting moves, doing his damn thing, not caring about what nobody in the world thinks, enjoying life. That's what free content is all about. JB, great guy. Top 10. Shout out
Shout
JB.
out, JB.
Anyway, NXT is not a 10 like JB, but it was good. I'm going to give it a 7.9. 7.9. That's a good, solid C show. Almost a B. A lot better than last week.
Yeah, I gave it an 8. I just gave it a solid 8. I thought it was pretty good as well. Last week I was really really disappointed. I think I gave it like a 6, 6.5 or something like that last week. I was
Yeah,
disappointed last
definitely.
week. But yeah, 8 for me. Good job. Keep doing better, y'all.
Next
Keep
week should
doing
be a
better.
banger. Maybe we
Yeah,
get
next
Barbro
week's.
next week. I doubt it, but maybe. I really doubt it. I'm trying, guys. I see the
Not
message.
I just I just hate that I was like, "Hey, ball, bro, you should do last week," and it
Oh, it
was
was one of the
like the
worst
worst
ever,
one
man.
that
That was
we
the worst
seen.
week to ask him to start.
This one would have been the
Maybe
one.
next one.
This
No,
one would have
maybe
been the
next
one.
one. Next one's gonna be a level up.
Yeah, yep, it definitely would because we got Moose, we got Oba, we got that whole thing. So I'm excited for that. All right, well until next time, like I said, tomorrow, you guys have ball, bro, and Abe doing AEW
Hey,
Dynamite. AEW
thank you.
Dynamite. We were just talking about trying to get them to do NXT, but that's what I was
All
thinking
right.
about. But AEW Dynamite, and I think what AB Thursday got TNA, seeing what's going on with that.
I don't know, man. No, that's been a little rough, man. You know, if people request TNA, we'll do it, but it's rough. I can do the pay-per-views, the show every week. Hey, man, I don't know. But tomorrow, make sure you guys tune in. Holy Podcast Sports. New episode every week, man. And, yo, that shit took off last week like a rocket. So we appreciate all you guys enjoying us talking wrestling and now other sports like NBA, NFL, NHL, and everything else that keeps score.
All right. Yep. Well, until next time, it's your boy, Ron
It's your
T.
boy
the
AB
Icon.
from DET.
And thank you for tuning in to the Holy Podcast.
Peace.
Media.